Hey, babe. You think that you think the Packers are gonna win on Sunday?
Go fuck yourself.
I guess that's a yes. What's up, fans? You guys always talk about the fact that these guys right here, the penguin and the helmet. Why do I have these Packer things? Some videos I take it down just because. But you guys always wonder why I have these here. Well, my girlfriend's a Packers fan. So for this video, I kept it up because we're playing the goddamn Packers. So obviously, I'm previewing the Packers game. I got some tidbits before we go into the injury report, like I always do. I always got tidbits for you guys before we go to the injury report. Then we're going to talk about the injury report. Then we're breaking down my 5 ways that the Dolphins can beat the Packers. And then I got some fantasy football updates for you guys because we're getting down to the nitty-gritty with the fantasy football. And you guys need to know what I'm talking about. Then wait till the end of the video and you get your fantasy football updates. But other than that, let's get into it. First things first. I am the realist. First things first, Ryan Tannehill injury update. So I don't know if you guys have seen the article. I did retweet it. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter by now, I don't know what to tell you. But Barry Jackson put out an article. He talked to David Chow. He used to be the Chargers team doctor. And he talked to him about Ryan Tannehill's capsule injury in his shoulder. I don't remember. I think it's it's the throwing one, so it's right shoulder. And because Tannehill's like, hey, I'm coming back for the Colts game. I want to come back for the Colts game, and everyone thinks, well, we got the Packers game, then we got the bye. He'll come back for the Colts game. And then they were asking him today in an interview, like, how do you feel? And he's like, I'm sore as shit. And does it hurt to throw? He's like, I'm always in pain, but it's not a problem. Which then I was like, but then even David Chow was like, with the type of injury he has, for him to come back against the Colts is very, very unlikely. For him to play for the rest of the season is very, very unlikely. Which then leads you to think, what are we going to do? There's 3 options the Dolphins can have. They can cut him they can keep him and then pay him $26 million. I don't see the Dolphins doing that. They can cut his ass. They could either do a post or pre-June or there's so many things. Like his contract was supposed to be not guaranteed, and then he whatever. Supposedly they can cut him and then save about $13 to $14 million, maybe more, depending on how they cut him. Or they can say restructure so the cap hit this year isn't so substantial, and then see what happens, and then 2020 he's not due any money, and we'll just cut his ass afterwards. So many things that could happen, but as of right now, he ain't playing Sunday. We have a bye, and now they're saying that he most likely might not even play against the Colts, even though him, Adam Gase, and Jesus himself are saying that they want him to play on that Sunday against the Colts, which now is a 4 o'clock game, so we get more time for him to get himself assessed and situated. But at this point, I don't know. You can ask me, hey, do you see Ryan Tannehill playing for the rest of the season? And my answer is, I don't know. But if you ask me, hey, do you want Ryan Tannehill to play for the rest of the season? My answer is, God, yes, because Brock Osweiler, yeah. That's that. And then the next little news and notes I have, there was an article that I also retweeted. Do you see where I'm going? Do you see where I'm going at with this? From Armando Salguero, where he talked about the team and how if this was any other team, you know, we wouldn't be so solemn and so that we suck so bad because we are, you know, swept the Jets and, you know, things are okay, we're game over 500, all this jazz. But the one other thing that he talked about in this article that I thought was very interesting was that multiple players really, really hated the rotation that Burke had in the Jets game. Reshad Jones was the only one who actually vocalized it and was like, screw you. You want to keep doing this? Cool. Keep Mika in there. I'm going to sit my ass out. Which a lot of you guys are saying a quitter's a quitter. I don't want to quit on my team. I agree. But you guys got to understand something. Last season when they were like looking at players and trying to decide who's going to stay, who's going to go, you know, when it came to Cutler and all those buttholes, towards the end of the season, they started to see, all right, who's quitting? And the only person that didn't quit was Reshad Jones, because if you notice in that Chiefs game, he chased down a dude. So That's just something I thought I would throw at you. So now let's get to the injury report. So our injury report is a novel. It's pretty friggin' long. There's a bunch of injuries on here, but some of the did not practices, you know, Gore didn't practice on Thursday, but it wasn't injury related. He normally gets a rest day, so I'm not worried about that. Limited was Jakeem Grant. Charles Harris actually practiced, and for the first time in probably about a month, he's in practice and doing well, so there is a chance he will play on Sunday, which is very good for us. We need that. The other limit is Juwan James, Henry Tunsil. They practiced limited, but they did practice. We need them for Sunday. They need to just hold it together. Don't get injured anymore. Play Sunday at their best. Help us win, and then you got a full goddamn 2 weeks to rest your eyes. Kenny Stills was limited. Ryan Tannehill was limited, but he didn't throw. Again, he's not doing anything. Ted Larson was limited. Full practice, Cameron Wake. So we're banged up. It is what it is. We're a banged up team. They need to just hold on, get this win against the Packers, and then you can take a very long siesta because we have our bye. This is the game that we need to win going into the bye because it'll propel us in the right direction. And now let's get into my 5 things the Dolphins need to do to win against the Packers. This game is going to be, a lot of people are like, hey, why the hell are we so worried about this game? You know, the Packers aren't a great team. They're below 500 team. You know, why are we so stressed out about the Packers? Because we're the Dolphins. So here's my 5 things the Dolphins need to do to beat the Packers. Number 1 is we need to limit Rodgers when it comes to his broken play ability, when it comes to his pocket presence, when it comes to his scrambling, when it comes to anything to do with this man. We need to limit it. I would give up 3 first-round picks to get Aaron Rodgers as the Dolphins quarterback. I love the man. I wanted them to draft him when he was sitting there for almost a whole first round. But I wanted the Dolphins to trade back into the first. When we drafted Ronnie Brown, and then just get back in first, take Rodgers. But that's here nor there. We need to limit him. We need to limit. Obviously, he's going to produce. The man's going to throw a minimum of 2 touchdowns, maybe even 3 touchdowns. But if we can limit him to 2 and hold the Packers to 14 points, we have a chance to win this game. But we need to limit the craziness and the Hall of Fameness that this man can pull out of his ass on us. Second thing the Dolphins need to do, it intertwines with the first thing they need to do. They need to win the time of possession. This Dolphins team needs to have the ball way longer than the Packers do, and they need to limit the amount of time Aaron Rodgers has chances to score on us. Like I said, it is going to happen. So this offense needs to have long, effective drives. They need to run the ball. They need to eat the clock up. Have the ball for a full quarter, score a touchdown, give Aaron Rodgers the ball. He's obviously going to score a touchdown. Get the ball back, get 3 points, be up by 3, go into halftime, get the ball after the half. Do it. See what I'm saying? Like, you just need to win the time of possession. We have to have long, effective drives, and we need to score when we're in the red zone. This is all number 2. This is all. I know I said 3 things, but they're all number 2. It's all clumped into win the time of possession. It's just, this game is very important. Number 3, effectively run the ball. They need to effectively run the ball, and they need to continue to keep running the ball. Use Balaj, use Gore, use Drake, use Sonoris Perry, use my grandma, use your grandma, use my grandpa. Use anyone you can to move the ball forward, to eat the clock up, and to score. Boys and girls, the motto of today's video is eat the clock up and score. Limit the Packers offense and score. Let the Dolphins defense sit, relax, gain their breath because it's going to be cold as shit, and score. Number 4 thing we need to do. So we need to protect Brock Osweiler. We need to give Brock Osweiler enough time in the pocket that he can do his reads and he can move his big, long, lanky ass around and potentially make plays. Like I just said, our playbook is limited with Brock Osweiler in there, and a lot of you guys don't think that's true, but it is, because this playbook is made for a mobile quarterback like Ryan Tannehill to be able to do the option plays, to be able. Ryan Tannehill is amazing on the run to throw the ball. Brock Osweiler looks like a baby giraffe trying to throw the ball while he's running from one way or the other. He looks like his feet are slowly melting into the ground when he moves out of the pocket. It hurts my eyes, and I think he's going to die. So with that being said, we need to have the pocket be clean and give him time to read the defense and get the ball out. Because if, God forbid, that pocket breaks down, it looks like a gazelle that has 3 legs just getting away from a cheetah. And it's absolutely horrific to see. Number 5, the secondary needs to perform. And what do I mean by the secondary needs to perform? This secondary is what can help us win this game. Obviously we need a pass rush. We need to get at Aaron Rodgers. The reason why the pass rush and get Aaron Rodgers isn't on this list of 5, because it normally is. If you notice, that was a trend after the whole Texans-Lions debacle happened, is we needed to get to the quarterback. But with this quarterback, you get to him, and he is a shifty MFer, and he can do his thing. So, you know, we can get to him and break the pocket down, but as that's happening, the secondary needs to perform. The secondary needs to cover Randall Cobb. You know, we need to make sure that every receiver is covered on these broken plays and potentially get interceptions and potentially get pick sixes. Thank you, Baker, for winning us the Jets game, to win this game, because I know the offense, the Packers defense is good. It's very bad at run defense, but it's good at getting to the Clay Matthews, getting to the quarterback, and all that other stuff. So it's going to be hard for us to score. So if we can score on defense, or if we can limit their scoring on defense, it'll be great. So the secondary needs to perform. Now, after that being said, do I think the Dolphins will win this game? In my picks video, I picked the Dolphins, right? And I'm going to stick to picking the Dolphins to win this game, just because it will. I picked it literally on Wednesday. In my heart of hearts, do I think the Dolphins will beat the Packers? No. I think they'll lose by 10. But what I want to see happen is them to win. I don't care if it's by 1. I don't care if it's by 3. I don't care if it's by whatever. Just win the game. You win the game. Like this, if I was the head coach, I would say to them, look, guys, you need to play your ass off. I know you guys are banged up. I know you guys have been a long season. I know it's been an up and down hill with the team, with the media, with the fans. You know, we win 3, we lose to the Patriots, and then shit hits the fan. All of a sudden, the fans turn on us, and you know all this stuff. But listen, guys, if you could just win this game, if you can dig deep down inside, pull it out, and beat these Packers in their home, in the cold, in Lambeau, then you get this huge break afterwards, and I'll buy you guys pizza. That's what I would say to them. I treat them like a bunch of 5-year-olds. I buy them pizza and take them out for ice cream, and then I let them go home for a few days to relax, because they got the buy after. It should be incentive. You got the buy after. But that's what I think the Dolphins need to do to beat the Packers. Comment below. Let me know if I missed something, if you agree, if you disagree, if you think I'm a big idiot, if you hate my hoodie, if you hate that hoodie. Just comment below. Let me know. Speaking of comments below, let me get to one of you guys' comments. And this one comes from Lance White. And I mentioned in my picks video that there's a potential of Derek Carr going to Miami. And he was like, you mentioned Derek Carr. Do you really think we could get him? Also, do you think Adam Gase could fix him? Lance, I don't know what there is to fix. I haven't been watching Derek Carr much, even against the Dolphins. He played really well against the Dolphins. So I don't know if he needs to be fixed or he's just in a bad system with Gruden right now. But I do think there is a chance to get Derek Carr next season. I do think that Gruden literally, Khalil Mack, like you trade Khalil Mack. So there is a chance the Dolphins get him. What I would like them to do is potentially go for Bridgewater. Kind of like Bridgewater a little bit better. He's still fresher, he's younger, and you know all that stuff. But there is a potential to get Derek Carr. So there is the potential of Tannehill going and bringing someone, an experienced quarterback in, and then still drafting somebody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Lance White. But other than that, that's the video. Comment, like I always tell you guys, comment. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Are we going to beat the Packers? I know a lot of you guys don't think we'll beat the Packers. I kind of don't think we're going to beat the Packers. But let me know below. Follow me on Twitter if you're not following me on Twitter already. I tweet out a ton of things, like the Barry Jackson article on Ryan Tannehill's injury and how he's going to be out for longer than we think. Our man Armando Salguero's, article, and how, more players were upset with Burke. I tweet out press conferences. I tweet out a lot. Just follow me on Twitter, right? You get it? Follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. We play video games every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're playing a ton of new games. Christmas is next month, So we're going to be playing Christmas games. If you guys have any cool Christmas games you know of that we should play, comment it, go over there, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, comment. I'd appreciate the crap out of it. And like usual, give this video a thumbs up. It's going to be a hard game, but it is winnable. There is a chance for us to win. Is it likely? No, because of Aaron Rodgers, but we can win it. Alright, so don't lose faith. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I do this every game. I have a ton of things planned for the postseason. The Fantasy Football League is almost at the end. I'm going to break down what is going on with the league right now. I'm going to break down who is going to be in the playoffs. I'm going to break down the playoffs. You're going to see this craziness that's going on. There's a bunch of guys in the league that have already given up because they're losing very badly. So they don't even set their rosters anymore, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. But I will start doing that next week on Tuesday. I'm going to give you a full video on the league, where we're at, who's in the lead, what the playoffs look like, and all that stuff. So look out for that. But other than that, I'll see you guys Sunday after the game, hopefully with a win. Please chase us with a win. And like usual, stay classy. Fins up. You're asking yourself, hey Doug, where the hell are you? Well, I'm in my kitchen. Why? Because I'm hungry. I'm going to be making my picks today. Normally my dad's with me, but obviously my dad's not here, so he's busy, so mind your business. A few notes from yesterday. Dolphins brought in 3 veteran